think I'm a bit tall. Being an Asian, you have to be tall. To the Director General from the Office of the Minister of Justice, Madam Ulrika, the UN Binu here, the representative of the DG, SNP, all members present, my relatives, good morning. All of you are my relatives, good morning. Can you greet your friends, maybe sitting next to you, good morning? Everybody seems to be gloomy. Greet somebody sitting next to you, good morning. Yes, my name is Godfrey Otunge. I'm the Post Commander for the National Security Support Mission. The reason as to why I'm here, number one, is because it has been said by the civil society representative that MSS is the first mission to accept and integrate the human rights elements within its mission. That's a clear testimony that as MSS, we are very much ready, and we've been raring to work together with the Asian community and all the civil society. When we came here, when we arrived on 25th of June last year, we had some interactions with the Asian population. And one notable issue that came up during our interaction was from one of the speakers who told us, because he saw me, I was coming from Kenya, and we are known to be good long distance runners. Then he told us that in the next 20 years, Haiti will be competing with Kenya in athletics. And I looked around the room and everybody was laughing. What does that mean? What he meant was that, going by the previous lessons, we are going to leave runners here after finishing the mission. But I told him that we are not going to go that direction. Our direction, we are going to compete immediately before even the end of 1 year. And we organized for athletics together around the area of Kenscom, up here. But again, I sent my team from Jamaicans, from Belize, from Bahamas, from Kenya, to compete with the Asian people. But to my surprise, the Asian people seem to be very clever. They hired motorcycles to run with my people. So instead of competing with MSS was competing with motorcycles. But by the end of the competition, my team managed to get it from number 6. So which means they can run faster than motorcycles. So you can see the kind of team that I have with me. Why did we decide as MSS to embrace the issue about the human rights? The good thing being that I was at the initial stages of the development of the key pillar documents of the MSS. And Sebastian can attest to it. We invited them back there in Kenya and told them that we've gone through the lessons learned in the previous missions. We don't want to go that direction. Because the reality is that MSS has never been done the world over. It's a new model. And how do you come up with a new model that we want to change to be a model that can be copied with other future or emerging conflicts? We decided that at least we must bring on board the human rights element so that we can develop mitigation measures. The fear in various spheres is that when you bring on board the human rights body, then you will not move in terms of operations. I can attest to you that we are now almost 7 months down the line. And we celebrated the 6th month of zero tolerance on human rights violation as MSS. And that one is in the history of the whole world, not even of Haiti alone. Again, we looked into the lessons learned. Because before we came here, I came to Haiti almost 4 times. And I think one of the translator, the lady translating there in Creole, kept on asking me, when are you coming? When are you coming? I'm now here. And we are now here. And the reason as to why I'm saying that, the lessons that we learned, there was a mission here which was named Capri. Capri. You know Capri? Capri. Capri, yes. It was known that when they were working on operations, they come across any goat just walking along the road, it is picked. So the Asian community named it Capri. And I said we don't want to go that direction. Number 2, you are told that at least in another mission, almost 10,000 people died because of cholera. And again, we decided, what do we put in place in terms of mitigation measures so that we are not known for that. Number 3, we were told that there are some young people, and that's why I was a bit apprehensive when we were coming into this mission, that there are people who doesn't have fathers in this country because of the previous missions. And that's why we insisted that those who might have participated in the previous missions and have their children here should not come to this mission. Because from the onset, you'll be starting with the issue how to sort out on how to pay school fees, upkeep, and the rest, instead of focusing on the operations. It's very clear. Before I came here, we have 7 key pillar documents that guides us in the implementation of this mission. And one of them, which is very key, is the compliance, oversight, and accountability document, which I appended my signature. And that is what is now giving us this document we are calling CRM. Before I appended my signature, I have my lawyer with me. The MSS has its own lawyer. Brown is there. The legal officer is there. He's the guide. He tells me, oh, let's go this direction. Oh, let's go this direction. And that's why we as MSS, we don't fear the issue of the human rights. We don't fear working with the civil society. We don't fear working with other bodies. Because we know by the end of the day, the focus and the end state of Asian people, they want peace to prevail in this country. And that's why this move is like a chain. All of us have a role to play. All of us, wherever you're seated. And that's why we are calling upon all of us to participate honestly. And the madam of civil society said about integrity. I know the issue that has been coming up during the focal point engagement. I want to put it very clear. There's nothing about compensation that we've been given to give maybe people coming up with the allegations that are unfound, uncalled for, thinking that at least by the end of the day, the MSS are going to compensate. There's no compensation. The compensation that have been given is more than even compensation in black and white. And I'm very much ready. And I've been very much ready. And all the troops that have been joining the MSS are very clear in their mind that if you attempting, not even doing, attempting to violate issues about the human rights, the only option I have is to send you back to your country with a clear and a comprehensive board of inquiry report to enable your country now do the due process and revert back to us so that we can report back to the UN. Because that's a clear mandate. And we cannot go outside that. We know very well, and that's why we are here, that MSS is the mission of hope for Haiti. And if we don't get it right in this mission of MSS, to me, we'll not have other chances. And that's why we have to do things rightfully. Because there is a mission of hope for Haiti, and we are now changing hope into action. And that's why we are here. Let us be change agent for that particular move. Because this is a unique mission, which has accepted to come up with a unique system for purposes of transparency and accountability, which has also accepted to incorporate all the players, because we understand that if all of us come together, we'll make it through. We know, and that is the guiding principle for all of us, we have 2 types of discipline. And the most important one that I normally tell each and every person is the self-discipline. If you have the self-discipline, whatever we are talking about will be much more easier. But if you don't prove to us that you have the self-discipline, then we have the forced discipline. Forced discipline, we embrace it forcefully to you. And we begin all the mechanisms and all the powers to the self. And again, as part of our mandate, we are supposed also to work together with Asian police. By the end of the mission, we expect that whatever we're doing together with them, they will now continue and sustain it going further, so that they can have the confidence of the international community, of the donors, to support the Haitian people in full. And as of today, I can tell you there's a great improvement in terms of how we're working together with Haitian people. And again, I applaud all of you, because all of us can attest to it that when we came to this country, the confidence between the population and the Haitian people was a bit low, but currently it is sort of improving day by day. And that's a plus. And we expect, and we've been talking through the other channels by the Haitian authorities, but by the end of the day, we will also inculcate the same to the Haitian people, so that we move together and we understand where is it that we want to go. Allow me now to go official. I normally doesn't like reading speeches, but because it's an official function, allow me to go that direction. Of which I'm pleased to welcome you to the launch of the MSS complaint reporting mechanism, which has undergone a long journey from a draft document to its ownership by various partners in this launch forum. The drafters of the Resolution 2699, which established the MSS, saw it fit to call upon the MSS to implement a mechanism to address some of the shortfalls that were observed in previous missions to this beautiful country of Haiti. And I say it is beautiful, and I mean it is beautiful, because I came here in June and up to now I've not gone back home, which means I enjoy being in Haiti. In that spirit, the MSS, in partnership with the Office of the High Commission for Human Rights, and in full compliance with international law, developed the complaint reporting mechanism. This mechanism is meant to ensure that there is an avenue, both internally within the MSS and externally with the population, for the mission to hold itself accountable and compliant to properly investigate any allegations of misconduct, including sexual exploitation and abuse, that is here, which the mission has zero tolerance to. We have, and that is it, zero tolerance to sexual exploitation and abuse. And therefore, don't expect that we are going to compete with anybody in Haiti after 20 years when we live here. No, we'll be competing between Haiti and the teams that were MSS, but not people that were left behind. As the first commander of the mission, I promise you, the people of Haiti and the international community, the utmost transparency and commitment to adherence to the international standards in observance of human rights, and I further iterate to fully implement the complaint reporting mechanism together with all relevant partners who have been part and parcel of this creation process. In closing, I urge each and every person of goodwill and the people of Haiti to offer their support in ensuring that any cases of gross violation of Haitian and international law is reported through the focal points and by various channels that are highlighted in the complaint reporting mechanism. Finally, I would like to thank the members of the civil society who fully came on board and becoming willing partners, ensuring that this is our mission because it belongs to all of us, you, me, and all the law-abiding citizens of this beautiful country. Again, to all the partners, BINU, OSCR, UNICEF, all the representatives of the ambassadors, I request that at least you join us so that we pull together, especially the one that represented here. I know others were also invited, but at least I can see Canada, I can see France, I can see another one. All of them are represented here, that at least if we combine together and pull together, then at least we'll make Haiti a better place to be, the way the people are yearning for it. Thank you all, and may God bless the beautiful land of Haiti and its people. Thank you.